Hi, I'm Jade Grady, an editorial success manager here at Shorthand, and today I want to show you 8 examples of powerful data storytelling. If you followed any major news story over the last few years, you've already seen examples of data storytelling. It's what the New York Times does with its maps and charts each election cycle, and it's what virtually every newspaper on the planet has done to track the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Why is data storytelling becoming more popular? Well, it used to be that you needed a team of data scientists and web developers to get these stories off the ground. But now, with the rise of better data tools and no-code platforms, content creators can create beautiful data stories at scale. Let's take a look at some of the folks who have done just that.
Brexit by numbers. During the Brexit debate several years ago, lots of people made very specific and very confident claims about the impact of the United Kingdom leaving the European Union. To help figure out the facts from the spin, Sky News produced this gorgeous story with actual data points on what was really going to happen. A year in review. Most NGOs have ambitious goals, but they don't always use data to report on their progress. Oxfam Ireland is a great example of a nonprofit using data to tell a story about their impact on the world. In their annual impact report, they use data-driven maps and infographics, all presented in an easily digestible way. Arab News. Often with data storytelling, less is more. This is the case with this story from Arab News, which tells the rich and often tragic story of the minority Jewish community in Lebanon. While the team had access to more complex data, they used the simplest data point, the actual size of the Jewish community in raw numbers, to illustrate their story. Labor Day. In November 2020, the New Zealand Labour Party, led by Jacinda Ardern, won a historic and sweeping election victory. To showcase the scale of the victory, New Zealand media company Stuff produced a series of beautifully designed interactive bar charts, line charts, and maps. It's a great example of the power of data to show the breadth and scale of an event. The sinking capital. When most people think of data storytelling, they imagine charts and graphs. But some of the most exciting data storytelling uses geospatial data to create interactive maps. A powerful example of this comes from BBC News, which uses a range of data sources to show the scale and impact of plans to move Indonesia's capital away from Jakarta. How my dad fishes for the future. One challenge NGOs face is that for some issues, such as the state of global fisheries, the data is so bleak that it can be difficult to show hope for improvement. The team at the Marine Stewardship Council knows this. In this story, they use data to tell a compelling story about how the fishing industry can make better decisions. What Africa will look like in 100 years. In some stories, the numbers are so stark that they need to be given center stage. This is especially true in this classic data story from The Telegraph. With well-executed scroll-based animation using maps, the team shows the implications of rapid population growth across the continent of Africa over the next century. Coronavirus timeline. With the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, content creators from around the world, including media companies, NGOs, universities, and other businesses, published a slew of excellent data visualizations. One story came from Radio New Zealand, who published a timeline of the impact of COVID-19 in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Rather than use scroll-based animation, the team at Radio New Zealand decided to embed rich visualizations from Tableau. The resulting story offers the best of both worlds, a stunning, well-told story, punctuated with impressive interactive charts and maps.
That's it for now. If you need more data storytelling inspiration, be sure to sign up for our newsletter at shorthand.com. You'll get the best digital stories on the web directly to your inbox every other week. See you next time.